the music of the heart. It was a bright Wednesday morning during the holiday break, the kind of day where the sun peeks through the frost. Inside a cozy house, 24-year-old Fatima was ready for the day. She sat tall in her wheelchair, her eyes sparkling with a secret song. Nearby, Figaro, the gray tabby cat, stretched his paws, waiting for the fun to begin. Fatima loved melodies more than anything. She reached for her favorite musical electronic toy, its bright buttons glowing like gems. She didn't use words to speak, but her hands told a story of their own. She reached out and gently took her mother Gulsen's hand, guiding it toward the toy. Beep boop ring. The house filled with cheerful electronic tunes. Fatima's face lit up as she and Gulsen played the music together. They were so busy dancing in their seats and pressing the buttons that the world outside seemed to disappear. They were in their own rhythmic, happy bubble. While the music played loudly inside, a friend named Grace arrived at the front door. Grace, a kind woman with short hair and a warm smile, carried a beautifully wrapped package. She pressed the doorbell, but the catchy electronic tunes were much louder than the chime. Grace waited a moment, then smiled to herself, hearing the joy coming from inside. She carefully placed the gift on the porch and headed home. Later, when the music took a rest, Gulsen opened the door and found the surprise. It was a long, flowing summer caftan dress, all the way from Rwanda. Gulsen slipped the caftan over her clothes and felt like a queen. The fabric was soft and colorful, shimmering in the afternoon light. She spun around for Fatima, who cheered in her own way, her eyes wide with admiration for her beautiful mother. Soon, it was time for some fresh air. Fatima's father, Levent, came into the room with a warm jacket. Even though the sun was shining, it was a chilly 40 degrees outside. "Ready for an adventure, Fatima?" he asked. He helped her zip up tight, making sure she was cozy for the park. The park was quiet and crisp. The sun felt like a warm hug on their faces, even as the cold wind nipped at their noses. Levent pushed the wheelchair along the paved path, pointing out the squirrels and the bright blue sky. Fatima felt the vibration of the wheels and the rhythm of the walk. As they rolled through the park, Fatima let out a happy sound, her breath blooming like a little cloud in the cold air. The movement and the sunlight were just as good as the music. By the time they turned back toward home, Fatima's smile was the biggest it had been all day. Back at home, the house was warm and smelled of tea. Fatima settled back in the living room, feeling peaceful and loved. Figaro the cat curled up beside her wheel, purring a steady, quiet rhythm. It had been a perfect Wednesday, filled with music, friends, and the warmth of a family that understood every wordless joy.